Everybody, so it's me again. I don't know how to do these intros. Usually I'm on TikTok videos, I'm like, hey, whatever, everybody, blah, blah, blah. But like on the lives, I don't know. What's up, y'all? I hope you guys are having a great day. This is going to be live on my, not live, this is going to be uploaded to my YouTube account if you guys want to check it out later. But today I'm going to be making music. I'm going to be making a song. So I was going to let you guys tag along and join me through the process. So this particular song that I'm gonna be making, I don't really feel like doing like a really long one where I'm gonna make like oh, what's up KJ Star, but I'm not gonna make like a really long, super long video. What I was looking to do today was just kind of like find a beat online and then just kind of like write some music to it. Yeah, what's up Vega 707U. But yeah, so I'm just gonna put I like, me personally, I like a lot of like a soulful type beat, beats, just because like I feel like, I like to speak
When I
from the
started
heart.
my business,
So it's important for me to be able to kind of like express myself, and when I started doing music, this is kind of how I was able to like speak up for myself when I was a little kid. So I'm gonna kind of like stick to something like this. But what I like to do, me personally, is I open up my notebook, and I'll just kind of see if I can vibe. Now, I'll kind of try to think about like something that makes me feel like profound, like Nipsey Hussle said. I wait for the music to write itself, because I've gone through like a lot of experiences where it made me feel like I obviously have content to talk about. I just don't know what to say or how to word it. What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for joining. So this particular beat, I'll probably be like, celebrating. So I think I would probably say like celebrating failures like successes, because most of my failures have led to successes. So after that, I'm gonna kind of try to think of like what can I do to keep it going. So like, mind you, I don't have like any credentials in this. This is just how I do music. But if you ever think about doing some stuff of your own, like this might help you. But this is how I do it, and I've been told I'm a really good lyricist. So it's like celebrating failures like successes, because most of my failures have led to my successes, or led to successes. Like, I won't hold myself too accountable to what I'm writing, because you gotta have the creativity, you gotta let it flow. So, you know what I mean? Like, celebrating failures like successes, because most of my failures have led to successes. Like, I think that's probably right on point with what I'm listening to on the beat. That's gonna make me think like, oh, okay, cool, like, can people relate to this? Well, actually, that's not what I'm thinking at all, actually, if I'm gonna be honest. Most of my stuff, I write music for myself. People just tend to relate to it, because I think that I'm more speaking for me in the future whenever I want to refer back to these thoughts, because I don't always have like the best head strength as I progress, because challenges do get harder or whatever. So like, I'll just I'll kind of try to give myself something to encourage myself based off of whatever I was experiencing around me at that moment, and so far it's worked successfully. And what's really surprising is some people have actually liked it. I relate that. I like the way you said that. You know what I mean? I've always felt like I don't have the words to put that, like, and that makes me feel like, oh damn, like that's cool, but like, little do they know it's so selfish. But it's actually not, because sometimes the words that you're speaking from the heart, somebody else may have not been able to put together yet, but hearing it come off of your tongue is exactly what they need. So like, I guess it just makes sense. But anyways, back to the music that I'm making. So celebrating failures like successes, because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad. So what could we do to follow up? So I'll probably be like what rhymes with successes, but I mean like indirectly, like it doesn't gotta be like, because I think that's kind of out now. Now people kind of want to hear some new stuff, something different, a little bit more about the character. But with me in particular, I like to have like a deeper message. I'm a poet, didn't even know. But like celebrating failures like successes because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happens in succession, or bad. Okay, so maybe we can do like a play on words here. Like, all right, so like bad stuff happens in successes, like a chain reaction, and then just kind of depend on my delivery a little bit. So let's see how we can make that go. So bad stuff happening in succession, setting. I gotta restart the beat, y'all. My bad. So I'm gonna just stick to one beat, because what I'll usually do is I'll write some stuff and I'll kind of like let it play out and stuff. I don't know, I like this beat too. Let's see if we can carry it. I told myself I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay. Just kind of going with the creative vibes. But like celebrating failures like successes. Celebrating failures like success because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession. Set the vibes like chain reactions. So you can kind of see where I'm like starting to get a little deeper here, just because that's kind of like me. Like I like to have like a very deep vibe. I'm usually thinking about some crazy stuff, and I like to reflect in my music. You know, like sometimes I could be kind of basic, but it bores me. So if I'm like celebrating failures like success because most of my failures have led to my successes, bad stuff happening in succession, set the vibe like chain reactions. Don't entertain stuff like circus acts. Let's see here. So vibes like chain reactions, don't entertain stuff like circus acts. So I'm thinking like, all right, cool. Like now we're thinking negative, right? So it's like, hey, listen, don't entertain stuff like circus acts. Like, you know how like a circus act would entertain you or would entertain someone generally? So I think I'm more trying to like do like play on the words, but also kind of keep it like meaningful, because you want the people to be like, okay, like I understand them. So celebrating failures like success because most of my failures have led to my success. Bad stuff happening in succession, set vibes like chain reactions, don't entertain stuff like circus acts. You know, so we're back by some of the stuff that we've said, that I've said in the beginning of like this scenario, this verse or whatever, this note, I guess. And so like don't entertain stuff like circus acts. You know, and then just kind of like, so what we're going for here is, like I said, deep and profound, but like also it could be some stuff like okay, that's negative, like don't be entertaining that, like circus acts, you know, instead, like let's give a positives. So it'd be like, instead, I observe what they neglect. So it's like, okay, look, I'm different. Like, I watch this stuff, and I'm not going to entertain it, but I'm going to sit back and watch, because what I watch is different than, you know, obviously what's going on around me. So it's like celebrating failures like success because most of my failures have led to my success. Bad stuff happening in succession, set vibes like chain reactions. Don't entertain stuff like circus acts. Instead, I observe what they neglect. So you see, like, you can kind of depend on your delivery a little bit to kind of like push it through. Because if you listen to some of the words that I'm saying, I'm repeating the same words, it can get boring. Or even if it isn't the same word, it could get boring, you know? So people want some stuff that's gonna be like, this is cool, this is dope, you got some soul, you got some vibe. And if you guys, you know, look back on the video, what I said is I'm looking for something that's gonna like engage with people's souls here. Because I like profound, I like deep stuff, poetry. So celebrating failures like success because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession. Set the vibes like chain reactions. Don't entertain stuff like circus acts. Instead, I observe what they neglect. Then act interested, which is probably a bad thing. because like it's not a good thing to act, but sometimes you being nice to people. And I know some people have definitely been nice to me in the past when they didn't vibe with what I was saying. But like, you know, you don't do it to hurt people. You do it to kind of just be like, cool story, bro. Like, you know, but like this isn't the thing that's gonna get the inner me out of me right now. In this scenario, like, no, this is not it for me. So going back to where it says, celebrating failures like success, because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession set the vibes like chain reactions. Don't entertain stuff like circus acts. Instead, I observe what they neglected, then act interested.
With Music Premium, there's no ads, which also means no breaks from your kids' songs. Get YouTube Music Premium.
If my mind's present, then I'm invested. So like, if you do catch my attention, I'm there. Like, I'm here, I'm listening. What's up? What we talking about? Like, you know, thinking future growth. So that's kind of like something that I like to add. What's the map behind you? Okay, so that's some of the jobs that I work at a construction company, right? So in my position, we kind of travel all over the place, and we gotta go like do QC work or whatever. Lil Richie, Big Richie now. So yeah, I'm writing a song. Basically, what it is I'm kind of like doing like a tutorial of how I like to write, because I know a lot of people on TikTok know me for the videos, and I'm still kind of getting used to this live thing. So I'm just more like trying to include you guys in my process now, because like you know, I do music, and you know, I'm not basic with it. So like, yeah, thank you, I appreciate the support. But like, you know, I'm not basic with it. So like, if maybe the way I go about it can help somebody else be able to express themselves, well, that's cool, you know, because like it's all about growth, you know. I think we can use that in the song. So let's take it back real quick from the top. So mind you, what I always do is I'll start back from the top. Thank you, I appreciate that. So what I'll do is I'll take it back from the top, because I want to make sure it makes sense. And if I'm gonna like the way I sound when I'm delivering it, like if I'm gonna be on stage saying it in front of a bunch of strangers, I gotta be able to feel it. Like I gotta be able to back it up. If I'm gonna say it to my people, it's like I want it to trigger something out of me that's gonna make me think like, all right, cool, like I can vibe to this, like, or this is my song. So even on a bad day, I can kind of like latch on to the message or the meaning, you know, because it's not always like that when you're performing. Sometimes it can kind of feel like fake or superficial, because you're supposed to be on stage, supposed to be like, yeah, yo, like entertainment. So it's like, all right, but like, you know, people want to be entertained. And then just for the people who I vibe with, you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure, you know, Anthony, that like you could vouch for me. Was like the people who I grew up with, like we also like a deeper message, you know, like old school hip hop type heads. Like we want to be able to observe something, but we want to feel it too. So this is kind of what this is here. So it's like celebrating failures like success, because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession set the vibes like chain reactions. Don't entertain stuff like circus acts. Instead, I observe what they neglected, then act interested. If my mind's present, then I'm invested. Think of future growth. You know, so it's like if I'm there, I'm present, but like now I'm talking about what I contribute to the conversation. Like I'm thinking about future growth, you know, because so this just kind of reflects like who I am on a person, but like something that people can relate to and they can feel the meaning behind it. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Because I don't want people to just be feeling the music, but when they actually stop, because you know, eventually if you like a song, you stop to kind of like pay attention to what the lyrics mean, if you bother to learn the lyrics, right? But if you pay attention to the lyrics, you're like, oh damn, like I was singing that, like that's stupid. But if you got something on the tongue and it sounds like I gotta get up to this speed, I gotta get on this level, like it might actually like create like a snowball effect to you kind of like becoming a better version of you in the future. And if you guys like follow me on TikTok, I'm pretty sure you guys know I'm all about like pushing people to their potential and stuff. So celebrating futures like success because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession. Set the vibes like chain reactions. So like I said, don't hold yourself too accountable for the lyrics, the pronunciations, the flows. Yeah, if you like it, spit it like that. And then keep spitting it like that so you can get those good reps in. But eventually what you're going to want to do is stick to one way of spitting it and train yourself to do that so that way you can start to memorize it as you go. Because people go bar. But me, I'll just spit, think about a thought, break it, and then move on. Like, I got to have something that's going to keep me like boom, 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 bam. All right, cool. What I mean by that is the verse is just going to keep on... Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that, Miss 135 Gaming 26. But like I gotta have the stuff that's gonna. Wow, thank you. I appreciate it. But like I gotta have the stuff that's gonna keep me like interested in the stuff that I'm spitting as a rapper or as like an artist, because like if it gets too like repetitive, it's kind of like it's boring. Thank you. So like back to like what I was saying, keep it loose for now because the song is not finished yet. Obviously, if you were to write a whole song today and you record how you present it today, the next day when you try to present it, you have different emotions. Your vibe might have changed. So you reading it, trying to get back into it, you might remember certain parts, but you're gonna come up with new ways. So just take what you like and keep going. Don't hold yourself too strict here. So it's like celebrating failures like success because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession. Set the vibes like chain reactions. Don't entertain stuff like circus acts. Instead, I observe what they neglected, then act interested. If my mind's present, then I'm invested. Thinking future growth, not possessions. Thank God for spell check because some of these words, I'm like, wait, how do I spell that? That's my secret. That's my dirty secret. And all of you guys who've ever heard a rap song from me, is that I don't always spell good. So it's like, and this is stuff that's actually me. Because like I could say a bunch of stuff that's going to entertain you guys, but I honestly would rather like say some stuff that I'm going to be able to be like, either that's me or that's who I want to be. And I could say that without sounding like I'm, tricking, because it's like, if I'm on that vibe and I know what my goals are, my ambitions, I could definitely set the goal right there in front of you. Like it doesn't bother me for you to kind of like perceive me, reflect my flaws right in front of you, and then me knowing my own potential grow right there in front of you. Like I'd be like, dang, I feel like that's what it's gonna. Just go for it. Like it's not gonna hurt nobody if I don't remain in a bad spot, like, or if I don't remain in like a lower vibration. Just boost up, level up, keep going. So anyways, so back to the song, right? So what we have so far is celebrating failures like success because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession. Wait, I'm off. I'm like 1-2 beats ahead, so give me a second. Get some time in, because like you don't want to rush. You want to be able to feel comfortable when working, Like you got to keep it very like, how can you vibe as an artist? Like, where's your head at? Okay, so I got something like this. So it'd be like, celebrating futures. Celebrating failures. Hold up. Celebrating failures like successes because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession. Set the vibes like chain reactions. Don't entertain stuff like circus acts. Instead, I observe what they neglected and act interested. If my mind's present, then I'm invested. Thinking future growth, not possessions. Don't hold yourself too. I was gonna say like, don't hold yourself too serious just yet. So that's kind of like what I was talking to you guys about, but I can incorporate that in here because I'm writing about it. So don't hold yourself serious just yet. It's not the end of. Hold up, I'm trying to think of like, so it's not the end of something, like it's not the end of what it's like going to be. going to be or who you of which not the end of what it's gonna be or who you're gonna see. Like, all right, pause. Like, check it out. So I said, celebrating failures like success because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession. Set the vibe like chain reactions. Don't entertain stuff like circus acts. Instead, I observe what they neglected, then act interested. If my mind's present, then I'm invested. Thinking future growth, not possessions. Don't hold yourself serious just yet. It's not the end of what it's gonna be. So who you going to see, or who you're going to see. So like, of course, anytime, don't worry, I won't tell anyone. Oh yeah, but the whole spelling thing, yeah, that's funny though, cause like you would think that I would have like this, and mind you, I do got like a big vocabulary, but because of technology, like I don't find myself having to write as much or as often, so like I can just get lazy and just spell check, you know, like not even apply my thoughts. Where you get that fresh cut? Sheesh. I got it from the crackhead down the street. Nah, that's my boy right there. He actually works at the company. Looking mad cute. Wow, bro. That's sus. That's suspect. Wow. No, I'm playing. So it said, celebrating failures like successes because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession. Set the vibe like chain reactions. Don't entertain stuff like circus acts. Instead, I observe what they neglected, then act interested. If my mind's present, then I'm invested. Thinking future growth, not possessions. Don't hold yourself serious just yet. It's not the end of what it's going to be or who you're going to see. Suspect. So it's like, it's not the end of what it's gonna be or who you're gonna see, and like, so like, you don't gotta be too serious. You don't gotta be it's crazy because like I'm talking to you guys, but I'm also like taking what I'm talking about you guys. So I guess you guys are kind of helping me write the song. So whatever you guys feel like you guys could contribute to this conversation that might potentially you know, go into the song, I think it would be pretty awesome. And then I'll just find like a dope beat, post it, and then I'll let you guys hear it. You know, because I'm kind of doing this, guys, doing this in front of you guys, just so you guys can like get familiar with me, see my face, hear my voice and stuff. And also actually like let me include you in the process of like how I make my music, you know, because there's more to it than just like sounding dope, saying a bunch of fancy words and be like, look what I can do. Like, it's different, bro. Or I can sound really cool, like I got mad swag, but like that's like 2014 me, 2015 me. Like nowadays, if I have a conversation with you, like I'm observing, like, oh, okay, like what are we talking about? Okay, how do I perceive you? Okay, cool. What am I contributing to the conversation right now? What should I be contributing to this conversation right now? So that way, like, when you leave here, I feel like I didn't just kind of freaking fry your mind with some bullshit, some BS. So, you know, that's just kind of like the vibe I'm on. And I got a lot of friends that they get bored of it, but I mean, I don't care. At the end of the day, I think it's all about love and it's all about positivity. And, you know what I mean? For me, it's just like, it helps me go to sleep knowing that, like, I did my best, you know? Even if I could have did better, fuck it, I just did my best. So back to it, right? The song says, mind you, the beats changed like 6 times. So. But anyways, just try your best to follow the timing. Like I said, don't hold it too strict just yet. It's the creative spirit. You gotta let it flow sometimes. You gotta keep it liquid water until it's on wax and it's a solid thing. Like, keep it coming, you know? Spit it how you like it and try to match the rhythms, because it's only gonna bring out that potential in you. And sometimes some beats are terrible, or some trash, or not even trash, they're just out of context or out of whack, so it makes the whole thing just sound very clunky. Try your best. Though, in my experience, it'd be the ones that you don't want that'll really push you further as you're like delivering the music. So anyways, I said, celebrating failures like successes because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession, set the vibes like chain reactions. Don't entertain stuff like circus acts, instead I observed what they neglected. Then act interested. My mind's present, then I'm invested. Think your future growth, not possessions. Don't hold yourself serious just yet. It's not the end of what it's gonna be or who you're gonna see in life. Take that. Okay. So I think I'm gonna say something like, take a second and let that digest. Let that digest. All you can do is try your best and never give up on your dreams. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because that's you. You know, like your dreams, that's you. It's from when you're a little kid to when you're an adult, that's you. Like, even if you're not making all the money, you're doing all the stuff, that's what's gonna keep you, not like what everybody else wants you to be. And you can, what's up, Pixie Mask? I like your name. This is gonna be the stuff that's gonna make you remember, oh damn, like, I like chocolate. No, I'm not scared to say I like chocolate. Why? Because that's who I am. But you might be around people and they're like, oh, chocolate's so bad for you, blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, oh, I could see how you guys, could say that. So like now you don't want to bring up chocolate, but like you just kind of sticking to stuff that's like that who you are is gonna, you might just be like, oh, I could see that, yeah, for sure. It's definitely like, but I like chocolate. Like, I like the way it tastes, I don't eat it all the time, but like I do like the taste of it. In this scenario, but like when I say like follow your dreams, that's just kind of like like stay in that lane, stay in your lane, and you're gonna always be good, no matter what. You staying in your lane, you're always gonna be good. I just heard a quote from Nipsey Hussle like that. So I stopped preaching and I'm gonna get back to the song. So I said, celebrating failures like successes because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession, set the vibes like chain reactions. Don't entertain stuff like circus acts. Instead, I observe what they neglected and act interested. If my mind's present, then I'm invested. Think of future growth, not possessions. Don't hold yourself serious just yet. It's not the end of what it's going to be or who you're going to see in life. Take a second and let that digest. Okay, so now I'm thinking of something like that's kind of like a little bit of play on words, because when people say the expression like, oh, you can take that to the bank. So I think I'm gonna say, like, I just quoted some really dope stuff here, and I want people to kind of like remember my music, remember the lyrics. So I'm like, you can take that to the memory bank. So you like, the more and more I get into like this song, the more and more it actually sounds like something I would actually create, So congratulations, Richie. You're not changing up just because you're on TikTok Live now. So let's hear this next beat and we'll see if we can still go to it.
I go low, you go high.
And mind you, the pace is gonna change, but like I think that like the pauses in the verse, or like where you saying it and how you say it, kind of gives you a little bit of like freedom on the delivery and the speed. And you can kind of like save your favorite parts, so like you can speed it up, slow it down, so that way when you get to a certain spot you can just smack down. Okay, so let's see. Celebrating failures like successes because most of my oh wait, hold up, I don't like that, hold up. Let it drop. I feel like it's gonna drop nasty right now. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of like definitely like some it's got a little ditty bop. Hold up. Okay, so I guess it's just like an echo. Check it out. Look, I said, celebrating failures like successes because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession, set the vibes like chain reactions. Don't entertain stuff like circus acts. Instead, I observe what they neglected, then act interested. If my mind's present, then I'm invested. Think your future growth, not possessions. Don't hold yourself serious just yet. It's not the end of what it's gonna be or who you're gonna see in life. Take a second, let that digest, and you can take that to the memory bank. Memory bank, I like that, but I want to enunciate memory bank, so I might add like a note to me on my notes. Mind you, when I'm writing this stuff, I don't make my lines like a paragraph no more, like super long lines. I keep it short, and then I'll press space and bring that line down. So like as you guys can see, like I'm gonna turn this around because this is what I want you guys to be able to see more of. Flip cameras, check it. So like I'll keep it very short and sweet. So I'll be like, celebrating failures like successes, because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession. Set the vibes like chain reactions. Don't entertain stuff like circus acts. Instead, I observe what they neglected, then act interested. If my mind's present, then I'm invested. Think of future growth, not possessions. Don't hold yourself serious just yet. It's not life. Take a second and let that digest, and you can take that to the memory bank. So like it doesn't gotta be like super crazy, super fancy. Like make it to where you can read it, keep it short and sweet, because the worst thing that you could do is try to record the stuff and then it is like freaking a nightmare because you're nervous, the pressure, blah blah blah, whatever. And then you're just like, oh shoot, like I'm saying a bunch of words right now, like, you know, you just become very self-conscious. Oh, I like this beat. Ooh, I'm gonna try to, you know, and then like stick to whatever inspires you. I think that's a very important thing as an artist. Like it's very important to be inspired. Like listen to what inspires you. I like saying that. It's check it out. I said celebrating failures like successes, because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession. Set the vibes like chain reactions. Don't entertain stuff like circus acts. Instead, I observe what they neglected, then act interested. If my mind's present, then I'm invested. Think of future growth, not possessions. Don't hold yourself serious just yet. It's not the end of what is gonna be or who you gonna see in life. Take a set that, let that digest it. You can take that to the memory bank. I'm the best. So like you could add some swag there if you like. I know a lot of cats do. You usually hear about it, but it's entertainment. So people want to hear like, oh damn, that guy's got that. Or, oh, she's got that. Like for sure, this is what I gotta listen to because they got a pitch. They got that tonality that's really, of course, gonna like be inviting and draw the people in. So it's like take a second, let that digest, and you can take that to the memory bank. So I'm just thinking like you could take that to the memory bank, like you could remember my words, or you can rock with me like a live reflection. So it's like you could think about that later, or you could be right here in the moment right now just vibing with me like and then like we both saw it, all right cool, we're back to it, you know, like a live reflection. Because we both felt it, we both saw it. It's like, yep, all right, cool, bit. Like, vibes there. Awesome. Keep going. I explained all of that, and now I got to turn the beat back up because I got it back to it. Celebrating failures like successes, because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession. Set the vibes like chain reactions. Don't entertain stuff like circus acts. Instead, I observe what they neglected, then act interested. If my mind's present, then I'm invested. Think of future growth, not possessions. Don't hold yourself serious just yet. It's not the end of what is gonna be, who you gonna see in life. Take a second and let that digest. You can take that to the memory bank, or you can rock with me like a live reflection. So I said, this ain't a popularity contest, no TikTok election. Just because TikTok is what I'm on, but it's also like where you kind of expect to see like more of the trendy stuff. And so like everybody's got their opinions. But it's like I'm not trying to win trends here. I'm trying, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to like spit some stuff that's gonna be like, yeah. There's a place for that, but it's not here. Like right here we just, like you know, we just had this moment. Like, and mind you, I'm following the song here. So it's like, oh, okay, so like you could rock with me like a live reflection. So it's like we both had that. Okay, all right, bet, cool. And then it's like this isn't a popularity contest, no TikTok election. So like you could really put like anything, like What is that? What is the type of election that they do for the presidential election? But I'm trying to think of whether or not that makes sense, right? And if it's got a certain like pop to it, that's gonna make me be like, oh, okay, like I said that, and I felt like I ate it, like I let it cook while I was saying it, or else I'm just gonna feel like really dumb in like 20 years when I'm like, no, TikTok election, and people are like, sounds kind of dumb, like, you know? But like, that's just some of the stuff that you think about. What's up, Jacqueline Cortez 107? I don't like the way I said your name. Jacqueline Cortez 107. Thank you for coming. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see here. Also, TikTok Live lets you do this thing where you can kind of check and see in the comments a little bigger. Anywho's, I said, alright, so the beat changed up again, so I'm gonna get back to it. But eventually I'm gonna have, like, you can keep spitting, but eventually you're gonna have to add a hook. So, you know, we're gonna come up with some, we're gonna go over some of the ways that I come up with the hooks, just to kind of allow you guys to kind of see that, like, there's really fun ways to go about it, and writing music ain't that crazy. So I'm gonna take it from the top again, because this is me getting my reps in. And then obviously whatever beat I choose to rap it to, like, you know, I'll pick a style that I like, or I'll entertain that more on the verse, and then when I record it, I'll let you guys hear it. So check it out. Like, yo. Celebrating failures like successes, because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession. Set the vibes like chain reactions. Don't entertain stuff like circus acts instead. I observe what they neglected, then act interested. If my mind's present, then I'm invested. Thinking future growth, not possessions. Don't hold yourself serious just yet. It's not the end of what it's gonna be, or who you gonna see in life. Take a second and let that digest. You can take that memory bank, or you can rock with me like a live reflection. This ain't no blah 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 blah. Sometimes you get the blah 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 blah, especially when you're doing it in front of other people. But even when it's just you, like, that thing can make you laugh sometimes, because you could be like super focused on the verse or how you're trying to say it, and you could hear it in your head and you just can't get it off your tongue, so it just sounds like you know? Okay, so let's see what this beat's talking about. Yo, celebrating failures like successes, because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession. Set the vibes like chain reactions. Don't entertain stuff like circus acts instead. I observe what they neglected, then act interested. If my mind's present, then I'm invested. Thinking future growth, not possessions. Don't hold yourself serious just yet. It's not the end of what is gonna be, or who you gonna see in life. Take a second, let that digest, and you can take that to the memory bank, or you could rock with me like a live reflection. This ain't a popularity contest, no TikTok election. So I'm gonna say no TikTok election. I'm gonna take that out. And I'm gonna just say something that sounds a little more steady off the tongue, right? So you could rock with me like a live reflection. This ain't a popularity contest. So I'm kind of trying to like think here. Should I say not election or not a? Like, not a election. Actually, I'm gonna say not a popularity contest. This ain't a presidential election. I'm just trying to conversate, which probably isn't the best word to use, because like the real word is converse, but I can say it how I want. This ain't a popularity contest. This ain't a presidential election. I'm just trying to conversate for review. For review, really quick with you. Before I let you get back to what you was gonna do. Hello, Treesome, Treesome 86. Okay, and then Palace K111. So I'm just taking you guys through how I do my music thing, y'all. And then the beat changes up, which is really funny because sometimes you'll be like in the mode and then the beat will change up so steadily and it's like you're talking to a whole different person, like it's speed dating or something. It's like, hey, how you doing? All right, cool, good. And then now you're just talking to someone else now. Hello. So it's like back to the top because, like I said, I gotta get these repetitions. But how does the beat make me feel? What do I observe about myself as the beat's coming on? Like, does it inspire me? Does it make me think like more interesting thoughts? Can I have fun on it? Or is it just something that like it pushes my vibe off of what I really want to belong to? So I guess I'm listening and I'm just like, this kind of makes me think. Like this is kind of like one of those ones that I just probably like, all right, cool. Like how can I say some catchy stuff or something, but like also keep it very thoughtful. So. Celebrating failures like successes because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession. Set the vibes like chain reactions. Don't entertain stuff like circus acts. Instead I observe what they neglected, then act interested. If my mind's present, then I'm invested. Think of future growth, not possessions. Don't hold yourself serious just yet. It's not the end of what it's gonna be or who you gonna see in light. Take a second, let that digest. You can take that to the memory bank or you can rock with me like a live reflection. This ain't a popularity contest, this ain't presidential election. I'm just trying to conversate for a few really quick with you before I let you get back to what you was gonna do. In the first, with this verse. So now you can do some of the more like catchy things, or like your verbiage, your lyrics, your words, whatever you want to call it. So like now I'm kind of going back to like that old hip hop style feel that I like. I said take a second and let that digest. You can take that to the memory bank. Or you could rock with me like a live reflection. This ain't a popularity contest. This ain't a presidential election. I'm just trying to conversate for a few really quick with you before I let you get back to do what you before I let you get back to what you was gonna do in the first with this verse. Like in the first place, but I'm not gonna say in the first place. Like I'm not here to sound proper. Like I'm freaking really just about to put it down on someone with like some Shakespeare. No. I'm gonna just keep it in the first with this verse. I think. So I just kind of like, I kind of just wrapped it up real quick, put a little bow on it, damn, just so I can kind of like cut over to the hook. I don't really know how it's gonna sound yet, but I'm gonna take it from the top and let you guys hear it. USMC8154, hello, how are you doing today? So I said this, hold up, I came in like at the third bar. Celebrating failure, hold up, I can't catch it, hold up, high count, what's up? Celebrating failures like successes because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession. Set the vibes like chain reactions. Don't entertain stuff like circus acts. Instead I observe what they neglected, then act interested. If my mind's present, then I'm invested. Think of future growth, not possessions. Don't hold yourself serious just yet. It's not the end of what it's gonna be or who you gonna see in life. Take a second, let that digest. You can take that to the memory bank and you can rock with me like a live reflection. This ain't a popularity contest. This ain't a presidential election. I'm just trying to conversate for a few really quick with you before I let you get back to do what you was gonna do in the first with this verse. I bet. Let's take it from the top again. So that just real quick, bam. So now we're looking for a hook, right? And my phone is 14%, so let's see. So now this is kind of where you get to have fun. Just little quick hook, right? Yeah. So what's the song talking about? What are we talking about? Obviously, I scroll up. I'm like, all right, celebrating failures. You know, stuff happening that goes off like in a series of events. You know, like I'm if people are acting wild, then I'm not really entertaining it, but I'm watching, like, and if I am a part of the conversation, then like I am interested, you know. So it's like, all right, cool, but like who I really am is like I'm thinking future growth, like not possessions. Like, all right, cool, but even then I know, like, don't hold yourself serious just yet, cause like you still not all the way at the end of your life, you know. Like, think about that. And then like I'm a little like witty where I'm like, you can take that to the memory bank, like, you know, where people are like, you can take that to the bank, you can take that to the memory bank, like, or you can rock with me here right now. It's like a live reflection, like, you know, like you could reflect off of other people, and I'm just trying to conversate with you, like, so now I'm talking to directly like the people who I'm like that are listening to the music, like, hey, listen, like, or I could just talk to you like out, you know, real quick for like a bit, and then I'll just get back to what you were gonna do. You know, all right, bet, cool. Like, just take it back from the top. Feeling this beat, okay. So now the hook can either be some of the same stuff, or it can be something different, all right? Like, I've heard people take it both ways. It doesn't matter. It's a song. People want to feel like, you know, whatever they feel about it, and then leave. So, but I'm gonna take what you said. Feeling this beat, yo. Feeling the. Feeling the beat like a sensational breeze. Feeling the beat like a sensation. Hold up. 'Cause sometimes you can try too hard, so it's best in these cases to keep it simple. Feeling the beat like a sensational breeze. Why did the beat stop? Isn't that crazy? Video paused. What is the meaning of this? Hang on. You guys still here? You guys are still with me, y'all? Okay. You guys still there? Good connection. We're good. We're chilling. Alright then. What's up, Marisol? Marisol, 23, 1981. So like the hook, we're just gonna keep it simple. Feeling the beat like a sensational breeze through the. And then the beat change. Like, you see, this is what I'm talking about, where it's like a speed dating thing, where it's like feeling the beat, and then I'm talking to somebody different. Like, all right, cool. Now I'm talking about something different with somebody new, and that's just how it is sometimes. It's funny. It's just funny. Okay, so like, listen to the hook. Feeling the beat like a sensational breeze, like. Feeling the beat like a sensational breeze, like enjoying the sunset on the freeway. Freeway going 88. MPHs. Saucing, kicking it, marinating. Ooh, you gotta have that. Oh shit. That's a different TikTok. That's funny. Yo, so take it from the top. So this is the hook real quick. Okay. I'm just saying. Feeling the beat like a sensational breeze, like enjoying the sunset on the freeway going 88. MPHs, saucing, kicking it. Marinating. I don't know. I lost. It was too slow. But hold up. I'm gonna try to bring it back. Yo, I goofed around. I goofed off. Let me see. Feeling the beat like a sensational breeze, like enjoying the sunset on the freeway, going 88 MPHs, saucing, kicking it, marinating. So now I got like a thing where I want to keep it very short and sweet. I don't want to just say a bunch of words and then like try to repeat it, because this is the hook, right? This is the chorus. So I'm saying, feeling the beat like a sensational breeze, like enjoying the sunset on the freeway, going 88 MPHs, saucing, kicking it, marinating. So like, all right, cool. Like obviously, I see a vision of me. Like I'm listening to the beat as I'm probably like looking at the view and I'm driving on the freeway going fast, right? So like I'm going like 88 miles per hour and I'm just like kicking it, right? And I'm just like in my, you know, I'm in my zone. I'm saucing, like I'm vibing. I'm just marinating, you know. So it's like, all right, cool. Obviously, there's a little bit of swag in there. This isn't for like the people who are barely starting, you know. Obviously, for the people who are barely starting, you guys can kind of just go with what you want. Blessings, handsome, you're smooth, fire, you got it. Ooh, saucing, monster. Thank you though, I appreciate it, and I really appreciate the support. You know, I know that a couple of you guys have been out here, you know, since I started the live, so like I'm glad to see that you guys are still here listening. Eventually, this will be available on my YouTube if you guys want to check it out. But here we go. Feeling the beat like a sensational breeze, like enjoying the sunset on the freeway, going 88 mph's, sauce and kicking it, marinating. I mean I can, but I'm not going to. Sauce and marinating. So I gotta end this because not the lie, but I gotta end this hook because it's got potential. Feeling the beat like a sensational breeze, like enjoying the sunset on the freeway, going 88 mph's, sauce and kicking it, marinating. So like now just input any generic memory that I have of like me probably going fast on the freeway, kicking it, listening to some beats, going fast, kicking it, marinating. Not concerned about time when I'm flying through the matrix. And that's it. Keep it simple, short and sweet. So I'm gonna try to spit it from the top and then I'm gonna end this because my battery's about to die. So I'm gonna let you guys hear how it goes. Alright, so celebrating failures like successes because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession. Set the vibes like chain reactions. Don't entertain stuff like circus acts instead. I observe what they neglected, then act interested. If my mind present, then I'm invested. Think of future growth, not possessions. Don't hold yourself serious just yet. It's not the end of what is gonna be or who you gonna see in light. Take a second, let that digest. You can take that to the memory bank, or you can rock with me like a live reflection. This ain't a popularity contest. This ain't a presidential election. I'm just trying to compensate for a few really quick with you before I let you get back to do what you was gonna do in the first with this verse. I bet. Let's take it back from the top. And then the beat changes, so it's like, have you guys ever seen that Gabriel Iglesias thing where he's talking about when he first met Arnold Schwarzenegger? He's like, hello, hi, how are you doing? And then like the guy taps him and it just keeps moving and stuff like that. That's kind of how I feel. Here we go again on another beat in my head as I spread on the highway looking around me as the damn, hey yo, you might hit me up in the DMs, we can get a collab going. I didn't, you know, like I appreciate you actually, what's the word? Participating. Because I mean this is live, you guys can help me create, you guys can watch me create, you guys can learn about how I create. It's up to you, but I appreciate, you know, the participation. So feeling the beat like a sensational breeze, like enjoying the sunset on the freeway, going 88 mph's, saucing, kicking it, marinating, not concerned about time, flying through the matrix. I don't know, so I gotta kind of like slow that down just so I can kind of keep it sexy, crispy, clean. Feeling okay, let me hear what you say. Here we go again on another beat in my head as I spread speed on the highway, looking around me as the time goes by. Okay, so I think I know what you're saying there. So let me see. Feeling the beat like a sensational breeze, like enjoying the sunset on the freeway, going 88 mph's, sauce and kicking it, marinating, not concerned about time, flying through the matrix. So I can keep it right there, and I'm gonna just keep it short and sweet like that, because you know, if I keep going, I'm gonna mess it up. But if at least I can kind of depend on like some of the swagger, or, you know, if I can kind of just depend on like keeping it interesting, fun, exciting, inviting, different enough, then I can kind of settle for that. Like, mind you, this wasn't gonna be like my next banger. What's up, Hobby123_01? How you feeling today? This isn't gonna be like my next banger or nothing, but like this is just something that I wanted to share with you guys, like how I do the whole creative processing. As you can see, like the beats are you know, important, so you kind of just type out what type of beat. Like I literally put just soulful type beat, and then I kind of just like, you know, you can keep repeating the same beat. I've done that many times. Or you can kind of just let things in that scenario or that vibe like kind of play out, and then it'll definitely change where you go with the flow. So I'm gonna spit it one more time from the top, and then I'm gonna try my best at the hook, and then we'll call it quits. Okay? The beat stops. That's advanced. I can't even sing it, but some of you guys can, so. Celebrating failures like successes, because most of my failures have led to my successes. Bad stuff happening in succession. Set the vibes like chain reactions. Don't entertain stuff like circus acts instead. I observe what they neglected, then act interested. If my mind's present, then I'm invested. Think of future growth, not possessions. Don't hold yourself serious as shit. It's not the end of what is gonna be. You who you gonna see in life. Take a second, let that digest, and you can take that to the memory bank. Or you can rock with me like a live reflection. This ain't a popularity contest. This ain't no presidential election. I'm just trying to conversate for a few, really quick with you, before I let you get back to do what you was gonna do in the first with this verse. Alright, then bet, let's take it from the top. Feeling the beat like a sensational breeze, like enjoying the sunset on the freeway. Going 88 MPHs, saucing, kicking it, marinating. Not concerned about time when I'm flying through the matrix. Ooh, that was right on the eeps. Sorry, trying to game and put something down, whatever pops in my head. Hey, so if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, some of those ones are my best verses I've ever written. Because it's not like structured like how it is right here. Mind you, this is what it looks like on paper. But like, it's not like this, right? Like those ones that I've literally, like how you say, I'm just kind of like, you know, doing whatever, and I'm just like, saying it out loud, probably pacing through the house and just chilling. And then I memorize those ones go a lot more smooth because I'm just kind of like isolating all my favorite lines. So naturally the song is just gonna have that, like people are gonna be like, damn, like, alright, for sure, like, you ate that, you know, you let it cook. So I guess that's that. Thank you guys for watching my my TikTok tutorial on how I like to do music. Because I know like a lot of you guys know me for like the inspirational, or like, you know, I'm very close to God. So the glory be to God. Thank you for allowing me this right now. And God bless all of you guys. But like, you know, I'll do that. And, you know, but I've always done the music. My Instagram, people know me on there. My podcast even, like I mentioned that. So it's just kind of like who I am, you know. You remember when you were saying like, follow your dreams? This is kind of like what I've always done. It's nice meeting you also. You know, like, just stay following your dreams, and this is going to keep you more used. So that way, when you're in more scenarios where you feel like you can kind of like let yourself out, you're going to shine. And you're gonna feel free doing it. It's going to feel good. You know, you don't got to worry about too much about what other people feel about you. That's just their opinion. But, like, you get to be, like, who you were meant to be versus, you know, who you think people will, or who people think you are.
Keep music videos.
That was crazy how that stopped like that.
Watch.
So anyways, all right, I love you guys.
On us.
I'm gonna end that right here before these beats start coming on. Yeah, I'm a streamer off of Twitch. So okay, basically for sure. So it's one of those things, right? Where you have like this wild idea, but you know what you like to do. So eventually you get to a spot where it's like if you pursue that, oh, there's freedom, and it's a really good feeling even. So you know, I'm sure you can relate. And, you know, the fact that you're actually choosing to take that and go live with it, like on stream, or I'm sorry, on Twitch, you know, that's not an easy thing to do for everybody. But the fact that it's what you enjoy, you like gaming, you're like, hey, yo, I'm doing this, it's what I like, I feel like I'm good at it, come check me out. you know, people are gonna be like, cool, like, you know, let me see what you got going on. Have you ever went to a house party and everybody's kind of like doing whatever they're doing, and then maybe they have like somebody who's just like on the game? Go sit down next to them. Hey, yo, like, what you doing? You okay? Cool. Like, can I play? No. All right, bet. Let me just watch you play, because everything everybody else is doing around me, like, I just want to see what you're doing. So you know, that's I don't mean to take like what's the word, like any credit off of, you know, what you like to do. That was just my weak example of it. Yeah, that was just my weak example of it. But you know what I mean, like, if I could ever you know, hear how you actually feel about like what's the word, about streaming, I'd love to hear it. You know, I'd love to hear the feedback. You know, because I gain perspective, and that goes along with some of the stuff that I gain, or that I talk about on my actual TikTok videos. So I digress, and I'd like to say I hope you guys all have a beautiful night, day, depending on where you are in the world. You know, go make history, and, you know, just be who you are. God bless you guys all. The blessing continues. Peace.